Tell me about the financial position of the company in terms of, cash, shares, shareholders, etc.
So, we have, in the order or north of 50 million US in cash equivalents or inventories. As I said earlier, we plan to keep that strong position. We have about $16 million of debt, it's convertible debt that matures at the end of 2020. We're currently considering how we best address that debt with a market cap of around 300 million. The 16 million we think we can easily handle in different ways. We have about 92 million shares on issue. Our share price as of today is around 325 to 330 US per share. We were the best producing uranium stock in the world in our peer group, and this was kind of not the Camecos, but between companies that were 50 million market cap to say 600 or 700 million, we were the best performer last year. We made the Russell 3000. We made that in middle of last year. That increased our liquidity by 3-4-fold. That also allowed a number of other larger funds to come in and invest in the company. So we made a lot of progress last year. It was a very important year for us. And all I can say is I'm a competitive person. I plan to do it again this year and next year. I want this company to be the darling investment. I want it to be the emerging equivalent of the uranium ones or the paladins, but I also want to position it to where it is sustainable. And it is my goal to pay a dividend. You never hear any of these companies talking about dividends, but that is my goal, to pay a dividend as a small uranium producer going forward.
Based on that, you think there's enough value in the shares of this company for new investors to come in and make money on the up? Is it entirely predicated on the price of uranium rising, or do you think that there's other value that you can create even if that doesn't happen?
Yeah, look, no, there's absolutely large upside, huge upside. Section 232, I tell people, don't buy the company just on that sort of, that kind of hype that's building around that right now. Buy the company on the fundamentals. The global demand for uranium is increasing. The price uranium has to go up on its own without Section 232 relief. It has to go up because otherwise the industry will not be sustainable. And I think that will happen on its own without Section, in a few years, a year or two or three. So buy the company on the fundamentals. When I worked for, I worked for Paladin Energy, and their share price, and I'm not saying this will repeat itself, they went from less than a penny to $11 per share. Now, that was remarkable, and they unfortunately got caught after Fukushima with debt and no long-term contracts, and they went into administration. That was, again, unfortunate. So, and I'm not saying we're going to go up like a Paladin Energy. That was so very, very unique, and the timing of that and the position of that. But this company, I believe, is going to be a multiple bagger. I'm focused on making this company a $1 billion plus company, and that gives plenty of opportunity for people to come in and capitalize on that with improved uranium prices. Now, having said that, I mentioned these other businesses we have. I look at those as kind of insurance policies. They provide us revenue. This company will not go to zero because of the fact we have these other businesses that we will develop, sort of multitask and develop these to the extent possible, with or without the price of uranium price, or without higher uranium prices.